All right, before we get it started, thanks to all the subscribers, all of the people that have shared and commented on these videos. I really appreciate you. I'm switching things up a little bit. I'm gonna read tarot for the days instead of for the signs. More collective messages and stuff to get us aligned with the energy of days and situations, rather than like we're in full command of our present and future. So we're gonna look at more to tarot to ask how do we best align, or what could be going on in the environment around us. So that's what the cards we pull. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of lore, a little bit of messages, history for the actual days themselves too. I found it quite interesting and relating to the pre-meditations I did, and now for we're just gonna pull a couple tarot and see what it is. This is kind of stuff that I like to do anyway, so why not share it with you guys, right? All right. First up, Friday, March 1st is the start of the new month. I had to take some notes too because it's like I can't keep all like this Gregorian calendar in my mind, right? So, March 1st, signs from animals, things of that nature. The overarching message that I got in that was to be your own inner light. Don't when you're meditating and you see that light, don't associate it to anything other than you, because that's the one that's inside that sacred safe place that you're always you there, and you're a greater part of you there, I guess, is the main message. So for that to come through on Friday, it could be feeling a little bit cold as well in both uh, the physical and the metaphorical sense, maybe when dealing with others in the environment. All right, let's pull some tarot here for Friday, March 1st, and see what's going on. All right, all right. I'm a little nervous being in front of the camera. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. So for March 1st, we have the Seven of Cups supported by the Justice card. So being true to your own desire is a big message here with these two cards. Um, the gathering of knowledge, emotional knowledge as well, feeling your way through situations that you would normally tackle with just your analytical mind or thought processes. This is like maybe feel out those options or those decisions, or weigh within you on a sense of what others are trying to communicate to you in more of a feeling sense, and that way it's easy to discern, like, who's coming at you with ego, who's super authentic, because you can feel that kind of stuff. So Friday, it looks like a good day, and a lot of you, it's kind of like calendars are up in the air. It'd be an open evening for many of you on this day, where it's like the choice to go out, follow your heart, which is what the Seven of Cups is. In the evening hours, I feel it could just be like those options are there, and there's many of them, and it could be an open night for you too, and a really good one. It's a good stuff. And justice, why we got justice there in a supporting role is when we're doing that, when we're feeling out those things. Be fair and recognize when the mind could be in judgment, even on a subtle level. And that can help be like an inner talisman too, be that thing of being your own inner light. It's kind of like I mentioned at first, be like meditation. You see it like in your meditations, in the frequency and the vibrations. But when you're actually out in the 3D world doing your thing and paying the bills, it's like that your own inner talisman is that ability to sort of be that authentic, empathic listener. Those are the only skills you need to do, so like somebody doesn't end up pissing you off or making you upset, right? It gets very deep, and I am a bit of a philosophical reader, so I'll leave it at that. I do have a little story to tell about March 1st. There's honorary celebrations for this guy, and he lived about 1400 years ago. And the legend on this guy, his name was David, is that he was like a farmer, but he was like in charge of a lot of people, almost like not really like a commune, but he was like a part of the feudalism, where they went out and they communally produced agricultural and light industrial things. And this guy was in charge of like this whole camp or this whole town, right? And he is noted as being one of the first recorded like animal rights activists, and we honor him on this day because the people that he managed or governed at the time, he wouldn't allow them to plow their fields with the animals. They had to do it all by hand. And as well, the workers and this David guy himself, they were like full vegetarian. They didn't eat the meat of the livestock that they were breeding at the time. And what ended up happening is like this guy got super respected from both the people that were above him because the livestock numbers grew and grew and grew because like they weren't consuming at their local level. And as well, the people underneath him kind of like saw him in this saintly fashion because he'd be like, I don't know if he walked around with bird seeds in the pocket, but the legend said is when he was like giving them instructions for what to do in the morning, like the birds would come and land on him and like squirrels and all this stuff. So maybe that's why that's like messages from animals came up. Because it's that kindness and it goes back to the empathy. It's truly the path of the empath comes across the nature's kingdom, and it's very good to be in tune. So you might have an experience that day where it's like you are in honor and recognition of animals, wildlife, even flora and fauna around you. It could be a very good energy for you. All right, so that's March 1st. I hope that's a good Friday for you.